We're kicking off this podcast with a 3-part series taken from the most popular blog on my website, Time Management for People Pleasers. In part 1, we're talking about why your time always feels out of control and what's really causing that constant pressure and burnout. You'll learn the hidden mindset that turns smart women into overbooked, burned out messes, why people pleasers burn out faster, and how to spot the warning signs, and how to run a real-life time audit that finally shows you where your day is going. Let's break this down. Welcome to Ditch the Chaos, a snackable podcast for busy, type A women ready to break free from burnout, toss the old productivity rules, and make their own. No fluff, no overwhelm, just real talk and actionable strategies. I'm Kara Chase, entrepreneur since 2015, mom of 2, wife to 1, and I am unapologetically caffeinated. Let's dive in. This is part of a short series on time management for people pleasers, designed to help you reclaim your calendar without guilt, drama, or another color-coded planner you'll abandon in 3 days. If you're the woman who says yes before you check your schedule, if your to-do list looks like a team of 5 people should be handling it, if you're burned out, resentful, but still baking the PTA cupcakes, this one is for you. First up, let's talk about why your time feels so out of control. Here's the real issue. People-pleasing isn't about kindness. It's about conflict avoidance and ego. You're saying yes to feel useful, valuable, liked, and needed. You say yes because you're the doer, the fixer, the glue that holds everything together. You might believe you're the only one who can do it right, and you probably have a history of taking the lead in group projects. Oh, that's a big one for me. But deep down, you're teetering on the edge of burnout, or you already are. Saying yes comes at a cost: your energy, your peace, and your real priorities and goals. And let's be honest, when you say yes to something you don't have time for, you're saying no to something else you really want to do. And that trade-off is usually invisible until you're curled up in bed at 8 o'clock, totally fried from the day, doom scrolling because your brain is too tired to do anything else. Here's just a few examples of what this looks like in real life. You're answering Slack messages or texts at dinner because you don't want to look unavailable. You agreed to join yet another committee because no one else stepped up. You spend an hour helping someone fix a problem you didn't create instead of tackling your own work that you're now behind on. And still, you feel guilty even thinking about pushing back. So why does this keep happening? Because you're running on empty and you don't realize it. Let's talk about burnout for a second. If you're a people pleaser, you're the first to help and the last to rest. You think everything falls apart if you don't carry it all, but let me give it to you straight. Always saying yes isn't noble. It's neglect, with a gold star productivity badge slapped on top of it. When you prioritize everyone else's needs and leave nothing for yourself, here's what happens. You hit emotional exhaustion. You start giving 50% to everything instead of 100% to what matters. And you silently expect appreciation that never comes, and resentment builds. Sound familiar? Let's fix it. And no, the fix isn't more hustle. We're going to start with a time audit, but do it the real life way. Do not do a fancy spreadsheet. You need to see what's really happening, not get caught up in perfection. For 1 week, write down what you're doing every hour or 2, but don't overthink this. Use whatever is easiest for you. A notepad next to your desk or the notes app on your phone. Even voice memoing yourself can work if that's a natural habit for you. And then ask yourself, did how I spent my time align with my goals? Did it drain or energize me? And finally, was I doing this out of guilt or obligation? This isn't about tracking every second like you're a robot. It's about calling out the invisible drains, like emails that could have been 1 sentence in Slack or scrolling that's numbing you because you're too tired to think. And here's what I hear a lot. I don't want to track everything. That sounds exhausting. Me too. This is one of my least favorite things to do. But it does work. You won't have to do it forever. The purpose is clarity, not a new time tracking habit. Because when you see where your time is going, you'll start getting honest about what's not working. Next, we're going to plan around your energy, not just your time. So you already know this, but you probably ignore it. Not all hours are created equal. If you're a morning person, stop wasting your peak brain power time on folding laundry or clearing out your inbox. If you get your second wind at night, stop trying to force a 5 a.m. miracle morning just because some YouTuber told you to do so. Instead, you want to ask yourself, when do I feel the most focused, creative, or energized? That's your golden zone that should be protected at all costs. Use it for meaningful work or important goals, not junk tasks. Let's ground this with one core truth. You don't need more discipline. You need a system and a way of looking at your time and energy that flexes with your life. That's what my business is built around, because no amount of planning matters if you're too depleted and pleasing everyone else to follow through on your priorities. Here's your reset and reclaim action step for the week. Track your time for 3 days, a week if you can manage it. That's it. Again, use your notes app, voice memos, or even Post-its. At the end of each day, highlight one task that brought you energy and one that drained it. Then ask yourself, what's one obligation you can skip or opt out of next week? Just one. You're not being selfish, you're being strategic. In part 2 of this series, we're diving into boundaries, how to set them, stick to them, and stop apologizing for having them. You won't want to miss it. Thanks for tuning in. If this episode helped you, subscribe so you never miss an update and share it with another woman who needs to hear it. For more resources, show notes, and my Chaos Detox course, visit karachase.com. Until then, I'm Kara Chase, reminding you to keep questioning the rules and making your own.